This morning on The Dish, banker turned baker Umber Ahmad. Born to Pakistani immigrants in Michigan, she excelled in school, graduating from MIT and earning 2 more degrees before starting a career in investment banking. One of her business clients was world-famous chef Tom Colicchio.
And when he sampled the incredible dessert she baked as a hobby, he encouraged her to make it a career. He advised her as she opened Mah-Ze-Dahr, her award-winning pastry shop in New York's West Village. Chef Umber Ahmad, good morning.
Good morning.
I am so happy you're
so
here.
excited.
We get to eat donuts
like
for work.
I know. Turns out I do as well, so we're in good company.
What'd you bring us, Chef?
Oh my goodness, we brought you a whole bunch of different pastries, starting with our award-winning brioche donuts filled with vanilla pastry cream.
I don't mind starting there at all.
No, you should definitely start there. Then we have our vanilla choux, which is our version of a puff pastry that has a vanilla pastry cream inside. We have a devil and ganache cake with chocolate on chocolate on chocolate. We have croissant, a bouche de Noël for the holiday, which is just really gorgeous and delicious. And we have a whole bunch of other things. We have braids with house-made candied hazelnuts and Nutella and cinnamon. And in the front is the nisu, which is the first thing I learned how to make.
Wow.
It is a very traditional Finnish bread that's made with milk, cardamom, and almonds.
And some savories as well on our plates.
Yes, these are some dishes, actually, family recipes of ours. The one in the front is lamb and rice, which is a very traditional Punjabi dish that takes hours and hours to make, and it just fills the entire house with this sort of sense of love, which is wonderful. And bastia, which is a Moroccan dish that my parents learned to make very, very early on in my childhood.
You mentioned the Finnish bread, the first thing you learned to make.
Yes.
Which and why? How did that happen?
That's a good question. So my family's from Pakistan, and we settled in northern Michigan, as Pakistanis do.
As one does.
Yes, exactly. We were the only sort of non-Finnish, Swedish, Norwegian family in the region. Everybody was always sort of surprised at the fact that we didn't have blonde hair. And we were raised in part by a woman who was from Finland. She became our nanny, but she was like our grandmother, and she became part of our family. And she used to bake. And baking was a really special time for us because she would take me and wrap me in blankets, and she'd put me on the counter, and she would tell me stories. And her hands would be moving in the food, but her mouth would be telling me all these great sort of stories.
Love this image.
It's just incredible. And so I, from a very early age, it just had an inextricable link between storytelling and family and food. And so nisu was one of the first things she taught me how to make.
Amazing. Thank you, Finnish nanny.
Thank you.
There's a lot of unlikely in your story. How'd you go from someone with so many incredible degrees to baking?
Oh my goodness.
We're happy that you made it.
Thank you. Well, you know, everybody thinks that I just kind of blacked out one day and decided to open a food business. The reality is I took everything that I knew how to do and I applied it to what I love to do. So I took the financial skills, I took the science behind, you know, how things interact with each other. I took the fundraising that I used to do and decided to actually do it for myself. And so I think there comes a time when sometimes in your life you take what you love to do and what you know how to do, and you actually turn it into a profession.
When Tom Colicchio asked you to do this,
yes.
What did you say at first?
Well, he found out that I made food through mutual friends, and he said to me, I heard you make pastry. And I said, okay. And he said, I want to try your food. And I was like, that's ridiculous. You make people cry on TV. I am not a sadist. I mean, a little bit, but I'm not about to make you food. And he said, I want to try it. So I said, all right, I'll start actually, you know, making things for you. So I spent about 3 days making every piece of pastry I knew how to make. There were cakes and pies and tarts and scones and biscuits and everything. And he would take a few bites and he'd just push it aside. And for whatever reason, I would suspend my disbelief and show up the next day with more food. And finally, on the 3rd day, he looks at me and says, what do you want to do with this? And I said, I want to do for myself what I've done for many years for other people. I want to create the next great heritage brand. And he said, let's do it together.
We love the brand. Thank you, Tom, for encouraging what is a gift. Chef, if you could share this with any figure, past or present, who would it be?
My mom.
Good call.
Yeah, she died 3 weeks before the bakery opened.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She would be so proud
I
of you.
hope so.
And we are so thrilled that you're here.
Thank you for having me.
Chef Umber Ahmad, congratulations on all of your success.
Thank you.
Wish you the best. We can't wait to eat it all. For more on Chef Ahmad and The Dish, head to our website at cbsthismorning.com.